Hello, everyone. Huge welcome to our session, Black Friday 2025, how to get free insights and maximize results with intelligence. We are thrilled to have this gathering, especially because we are meeting the heart of the Black Friday week. So this is the moment when the strategies are already live and the ultimate goal is the real-time optimization. All right, let's officially kick off this session. I am Ana Caroline, marketing specialist here at Loxias AI, and I will be your host today. And joining me as a co-host, we have Antonio Benatti, our global product manager here at Loxias AI. Antonio, welcome. Please introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. I'm Antonio, Global Director at Loxias. It's a huge pleasure being here and share so many insights about Black Friday 2025 with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Antonio. And for this discussion, I have the pleasure of sharing our virtual stage with more two experts. First, Luisa Andrade, our product and operations coordinator. Luisa, welcome. And please introduce yourself as well.
Hi, Carol. Hi, everyone. I'm really happy to be here with you today to dive into the main trends for Black Friday 2025. And here is a fun spoiler. Everything shows this will be the biggest Black Friday we've seen in 5 years, guys.
Ooh, this gonna be interesting, right? Thank you so much, Lu. And also joining us, it's Ralph Gostini, our sales representative here at Loxias AI. Ralph, welcome, and please introduce yourself as well.
Hi, Anna. Hi, everyone. Thank you for the introduction. My name is Ralph. I work with Loxis. It's been around 3 years now. So very happy to be here and thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Ralph. So before we immerse ourselves in this content and this intelligence that will help you to maximize your performance, let me quickly tell you who Loxias AI is. So since 2014, Loxias AI has worked with data, intelligence, and marketing insights. Our mission is quite simple. We help brands turn complex data into clear and actionable strategies. We know that intelligence, it's not just numbers. It's about understanding what's happening, why it's happening, and what to do next, of course. So what do we deliver to our customers? We bring clarity through our own models and frameworks. We have the top technology through platforms like Brandwatch, Hootsuite, Socialinsider, Ears and Nebula Social. And of course, we bring fully customized insights tailored to your goals. So in short, Loxias AI is your intelligence partner, helping you to understand the market and make stronger decisions, like for example, in Black Friday. Before we start diving into the insights, now that you know who we are, I would like to share with you and remind you that you can download our Black Friday report with more than 50 pages of intelligence. It's completely for free, and you can scan the QR code on your screen, but you can also download it later because the link is in the description of this video. All right, guys, so with the introductions complete, I would like to dive into the content and show to our audience how to use the intelligence to maximize what they have already planned for this Black Friday. To kick this off, I would like to start asking my colleagues if you guys can tell us a little bit more about what this report covers and why these topics are so important for this Black Friday season. Lu, do you want to start?
Sure, Carol. So we built over 40 queries across 50 categories to map the full picture of this Black Friday. The report highlights what people are searching for, which brands stand out, and how the economic and political context is influencing the demand. Together, these insights help explain what's driving one of the biggest retail events in the world.
It's a lot of data, lots of data. Antonio, do you want to share your thoughts too about this report?
Yes, for sure. Well, this is very rich and interesting report, crossing lots of data and thousand of mentions across platforms. And it's very interesting to understand how consumers are more strategic in this Black Friday and rational. They are planning purchase and making calculated decisions driven by value and reliability. So they are thinking more about the purchase before making the purchase. So this is a new way to consume and to interact also with brands. So this report will show us how important it is to monitoring and to understand this behavior in terms of consumer insights.
Yeah, I totally agree. Half, do you want to share your thoughts too about this report?
Yeah, sure. Something that really stood out to me in this study is how predictable patterns are disappearing. So consumers are shifting faster, and what worked last year may not work this year. So there's this need for constant realignment with real behavior and not just assumptions. And that's it on my end.
Yeah. All right. I can see then that this is a very different Black Friday this year. So considering this, I would like you guys to tell a little bit more about the sentiment analysis and the brand health index and how this works and what they can review in this year's report. Lou, do you want to start?
Yes, Carol, I'm sorry, it was a little delayed here. So yes, I'm a little suspect to talk about brand health because I really love it. Is our brand health index is basically our way of understanding the quality behind the conversation, not just if people are talking about, but how they're talking. And in this study, Black Friday reached a score of 6.5, which is classified as good on our scale. It's solid considering the context includes the concerns like inflation and higher taxes.
Perfect. Antonio, do you want to tell us more about how brand health can help, for example, brand or a business in this context?
Yes, yes, for sure. Well, one comes from brand health in terms of brands, and we can analyze it better if a brand is growing up in terms of health or not when we cross, mainly when we cross the data with, for example, with sales or with clients and so on. So this brand health index, it's very important to prevent crisis or to find out new opportunities and mainly to build a benchmark. So the comparison, if your brand health is growing or not, comparing with the last year or the last month or with your competitors is crucial for the brand develop a better marketing strategy in terms of how to mitigate some situation and how to connect even better with the public.
Yeah, it's so important to monitor the brand health, and most of the brands are not aware of it. Half, do you want to share your thoughts about sentiment analysis and also brand health?
Yeah, absolutely. So one thing I find interesting is how sentiment has become a little bit more rational. So we're not seeing love and hate at extreme levels. Like we see consumers tending to interpret value a little bit more. So they compare, they evaluate, and they only react when something feels inconsistent. So I love the brand health index that Loxias developed. It's such a, it brings so much insights. So to me, like what I can see from this study is that the brands who focus on clarity and coherence, they're earning trust even in that competitive moment, like Black Friday and obviously other events as well.
Yeah, it's very important. Another thing that it's also important this year, I heard that we are also monitor audio and video formats. We know it's very hyped up nowadays, and I would like to know what the data reveal about, for example, TikTok, podcast, YouTube, or other formats in this year's conversation. Do you want to share with us, Lu?
Um, yes, sure, Carol. On this point, TikTok remains the main hub of conversation, turning spontaneous content into real reach. Podcast show up as deeper, more reliable formats, and YouTube plays a complementary, like always consistent. So yes, it's a really important complementary tool we have to understand the whole scenario.
Mhm. And Antonio, what do you think about that? How important is for brands, for example, nowadays to integrate also the audio and video monitoring?
Yeah, it's like crucial because as we have analyzed thousand of mentions and data across video, audio, and text analysis, we understood that there is a difference between the behavior in terms of the public. Like in the audio and video platforms like TikTok, podcasts, and YouTube, people like comment with emotion, reactions, personal experience, and opinions, for example. So the formats spark engagement or storytelling and practical tips and so on. Whereas among text, social media like Reddit, online news, blog, X, Instagram, for example, people discuss with logic, comparison, price research, and problem solving. So the behavior is very different. So that's why it's very important to cross this kind of data and analyze as a unique scenario in order to have a overall insights and put action some insights and some opportunities. This is very interesting for brands, for example.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hof, do you have any comments about it?
Yeah, I feel like the reach is typically higher because the content aligns where how actually people are consuming information today. So to me, when brands understand the format, that generates trust. It stops being about how many mentions, for example, in comments. It's more about creating the right entry point into the conversation. So to me, that's an incredible piece of information to have within your analysis.
Yeah, totally. We know that TikTok nowadays reaches thousands of people, for example, and that's why it's so important to have this data. But I am also very curious about one thing. We know that every year on Black Friday, people talk a lot about products. So I would like to see what are the categories maybe they highlighted more this season. What are the most mentioned products, and what do you think, Lu, the consumer priorities are this year?
So just so you guys know, we have analyzed more than 100 brands on this study. So yes, guys, it's huge. And when it comes to products, the big highlights this year were electronics and home and living, which together concentrate most of the conversations, which represents 70% of the total. Right after that, we have games appearing in third place among the most mentioned products this Black Friday. I would love to hear Antonio's view as well.
Yes, Lou. This year we learned that consumption is driven by functionality, practicality, and home experience, not just discounts. If you note, 70% of category mentions are in electronics, and 36% in home and living, and 34% in other categories. So this is very interesting how people are searching for practical things to enhance the day-by-day activities. So this insight is very unique for us.
Yeah, of course. Half, do you have any insights about this too?
Oh, you guys said it brilliantly, but just to add a little bit more, from a strategic perspective, I feel like the value perception is now tied to the experience. So if a product saves time, or it simplifies something, or offers longevity, so it naturally rises in the rankings when we're talking about those types of products. So I'm very, very, I love this part of the report.
Yeah, it's very rich. As Lou said, it's huge, especially because it was curated with so much care, and it was a very delicate data. So I totally
Yes, and
agree.
like 35% mention about electronics. So like 4 of 10 people are searching for this kind of product, which tell us how important it is for this kind of brand be among this kind of people in the right time with the right creativity, for example. So the opportunity is there. So for any brand, it's important to monitor and highlight this kind of behavior. For us, it's crucial.
Yeah, I agree. We can see that we've been evolving with this, right? Before it was more, I don't know, impulsive buying, but now people are like reflecting more before buying products and the focus on the experience. That's very interesting. With which is our next topic. I would like to talk a little bit more too about the shopping experience. So we know that this couple of years it changed a lot with some increasing of different types of shopping. So Lou, can you tell us more about how people are buying, paying, and receiving their products this season?
No. So yes, Carol, here's a curiosity. There's a lot of variety of buying, payment, and delivery journeys. You would be surprised. But the dominant style this year was clear: e-commerce purchase, card payment, and next day delivery. In the report, we detail all the other options mapped at each stage. Have you guys had a chance to check it out?
Yes, this is very, very interesting because we are monitoring Black Friday since from the pandemic, and we understood that the online purchase is growing a lot. And yes, this is a behavior like very usual, mainly for Gen Y, and we will see this afterwards. And this behavior it's like very predominant, and it's very important to brand to be part of this ecosystem, to understand how people want to purchase, how they want to pay, how they want the product be delivered, and so on. So this journey of the consumption is crucial for brands to be part of this journey and be very connected with the people and with your clients as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. So you said something very interesting that we are being monitoring the Black Friday through the years, and there is a lot of change, and all of this you can guys you can find in our report. There is more than 50 pages of intelligence that you guys can check it out. Even the evolution through the years, like 5 years of evolution through Black Friday. Half, do you have any insights about this?
Yeah, something I tend to notice in this report, and I kind of take it to my current job today, is that people want flexibility and control. So it's not only in the B2C market, but I see this almost daily in my job. So I see a lot of people wanting a lot of flexibility and a lot of control on what type of information they want to receive or not. So I love that. I find it very interesting to have the ability to personalize solutions to people we're talking to. And I love that it also translates into B2C and Black Friday.
Yeah, such great insights here in this part. It's a very rich content. And we know that it's very important to follow up the journey of the customer, but it's important to look for the audience. So I would like to ask Antonio if you could talk a bit more about what the demographic analysis showed to us in this Black Friday season.
Yes, this is also very interesting, mainly because we are dealing with great tools that deliver us such great data. So that's why we can make this kind of analysis. And in terms of demographics, we have here 70% being male, and mainly in United States, like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago. And in terms of generations, Gen Y is 50%, half, for example. And this is important and understand to highlight because their behavior reinforce that there is a shift away from emotional buying, like we talked before. So the purchase nowadays is more logical and practical. So they are valuing this kind of things because this generation evaluate this as more reliable and more important for their lives. So see how important it is you to understand not only about your product or about your segment, but how the consumption and how the generation they are dealing with this kind of connection with your product or not. So this is very interesting to be monitoring or monitorizing, and each day more and more important for each brand or for each segment to be this part of marketing strategy, for example.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's very surprisingly, actually. Do you have any insights about that? That there is something that you find interesting in this demographic data?
Actually, I love the persona mapping that Loxias creates, and I feel like it helps us connect a lot of dots between, for example, in this case, how Gen Z and Gen Y are shaping the conversations, not just by like volume of mentions, but by setting expectations and on their speed and convenience, and also the transparency. So I love how this particular methodology that they use can bring us some kind of insights and also guide decisions to what each audience segment actually values. I think that's a very important tool to have within your analytics or intelligence.
Yeah, totally. Um, well, guys, unfortunately, our time is short here, but I would like to hear from my colleagues some general insights from this report. We know there is more than 50 pages here, but Lu, can you tell me more about these insights?
Yeah, sure, Carol. We have done a huge study about Black Friday, and the expectations for 2025 are the best. I mean, this probably will be the biggest event of Black Friday. I mean, since 2020, everything has changed, and have like analyzed a lot of different categories like politics, economic, because you know that the whole political scenario is impacting the taxes, the inflation, and how this can impact also the consumption. So we're going to see that. And also brands, products, which preference people have about what brand to choose or what product to buy. So yes, it's pretty complex, but we have like a lot of numbers, and this is, I think, is what we're going to see, and we want to see numbers. So yeah.
Yeah, totally. And there is a lot of intelligence behind these numbers. Antonio, do you want to contribute with this comment?
Yep. Well, this report and this analysis are something that we are very comfortable to make, and it's our day by day. And for those who made the download, they will see how it's important to cross data and make a unique analysis to generate this kind of insight. So this is part of our job to understand the business questions from the clients, work with too many tools that deliver us great data, and analyze all together to extract rich and important insights for brands. And of course, applying our proprietary methodologies by using AI, by using machine learning, and so many technologies and tools to enhance this quality in terms of analysis and insights. So if you guys want to see a little bit about our work, so this report will show you something else.
Yeah, totally. Health, do you want to comment something about it? Any insights you want to share with us?
Well, really quickly, not just because you guys are here, but honestly, this report has been one of the most fantastic reads I've had. It is 50 pages long. It contains a lot of information and insights, but it's tied up together so beautifully. The information is put on so beautifully. So many facets have been targeted. And honestly, I don't typically work for Black Friday, but like I'm not in this consumer type of industry, but I learned so much reading this, and it was highly educational and so easy to understand and extract insights. So thank you all very much for this type of work that you've done, and I recommend that everybody reads it.
Yeah, totally. Uh, so, guys, if you want to download the report, once again, it's here, the QR code, but you can also access the link here in the description of this video. And I would like to thank Antonio, Luis, and Ralph. It was great going through this study with you guys. I'm sure our audience gained valuable insights about this year's Black Friday. We know that the consumer behavior changes every year, so it's so important to understand what's going on, what's happening, how it's happening, and of course, why. So data and intelligence can help us with that, right? And I would like to thank you guys once again, and also say to our audience that you guys can also book a demo if you are interested in our proprietary methodologies or any other kind of reports that we do. And it was wonderful to be here with you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Carol. And guys, please feel free to reach us out if you want to talk more about these and much more like purchase or any other subject that we have on the report. It's going to be really nice to talk to you all. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, Ralph, and thank you, everyone. We are very happy to deliver such great material and report to help brands along the Black Friday 2025. Thank you.
Same as everybody. Thank you all so much for this time. Thank you for the opportunity. It was a pleasure having this webinar with you, and I hope to see you soon at another event.
Perfect. Thank you again, Antonio, Luis, and Ralph, and of course, our wonderful audience for watching us until here. And see you guys in the next webinar. Goodbye.